Welcome to Nacho Fitness Coach,
where we're all about keeping it real in the world of fitness.
I'm Sarah, your go-to fitness professional, cutting through the BS to bring you the truth.
And I'm Kaylee, your fitness newbie, here to ask the questions you're too afraid to ask.
From crunches to kale, we've got the inside scoop on what works and what doesn't.
Because fitness should be fun.
So Kaylee, what do you like to listen to when you work out?
I don't know, sometimes a podcast and sometimes music.
Hey, wait, this is a podcast. What if you could have both?
At the same time?
Oh, yeah. Podbeat is a free mobile app that lets you add any beat style to any podcast for your workout. It's easy to do and free to download in the App Store. Kaylee, you sound pretty cool with the trap beat, but Sarah, the funk beat works for your voice.
So if you want to make our podcast work for a workout, check it out in the App Store.
They even have Podbeat for Android users in the Google Play Store. Okay, on to the show.
So Kaylee.
What?
You managed to leave one of your prized possessions in my vehicle after
we went axe throwing.
After we went axe throwing.
Yeah.
And so I think you realized it was missing like right away.
Very quickly.
Because I'm pretty sure
I use it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like because we carpooled. Mm-hmm. So you got out our vehicle and you got into your vehicle. And then by the time I got home and got in bed, then I checked my phone and you had already realized it was missing.
Mm-hmm.
My response was like, oh, good Lord.
I know. And I'm glad
you remembered your leftovers.
I did.
But you forgot
I did not.
Another item.
No, and I felt my watch buzz when I was already in bed when you texted me back, and I felt my watch buzz, and I was like, I don't really care what she has to say. So I didn't read it until this morning. I'm glad I didn't. Complete waste of my time. You're like, oh, good Lord.
It's like, Kaylee, are you the type of person that would like forget your head if it wasn't attached? Do you leave stuff places often or no?
Yeah. Listen, I think it's been well established that I do suffer from, well, no. I take that back. I have ADHD. I don't suffer from it.
Has it been clinically diagnosed?
When I was a child, yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I was on Ritalin.
You were?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do a whole episode about that. I have some things to say about that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on Ritalin from first grade on, basically. Yeah, I don't know if I need to be re-diagnosed. I don't think it really matters, but
do you just grow out of it then?
No, you don't grow out of it.
So you just are dealing with it now as an adult.
I'm living with ADHD, and I am learning about the ways in which it affects my life and the ways that I need to handle things a little bit differently than like a neurotypical person. It's kind of a superpower. It's actually kind of cool because you like hyperfixate on things.
Yeah. I mean, I do that though too, but I don't have ADHD. Is it not the same?
No, what I say to you tonight was that like, because we're here recording and you were like in between like episodes or like in between things. I said, you know how I know you don't have ADHD is because you're like signing your kid up for camp in between like the middle of a conversation. I'm like, I could never. I need those things to have my full and undivided attention.
No multitasking for you.
That's not a thing for me. No. Anyway, what's this episode about?
Well, I mean,
I left a thing in your car.
Yeah.
Because of my ADHD. I do leave things.
So now you're blaming the ADHD for your behavior. I thought you just said you learned how to like manage it and live life.
You know, it's something you always have to deal with. I had a lot of things to remember. I had to get my husband out of the car. I had to get the leftovers
you definitely have to remember
car.
him.
You know, there's a lot of things going on.
I didn't want him to ride home with us. So I'm glad you got him.
It came down to my husband or this other item. This other item.
And you did remember your pasta, which is good because I didn't want to have to refrigerate that for you.
I think I did.
Care of it
I did
all
pretty
night.
good. 3 items out of 4.
I do feel like Dane did specifically mention you before. Make sure you've got your leftovers, but he did not. He failed to mention the other item. Yeah, he didn't know. I didn't know.
The other item was
the
Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, good Lord, like, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. And so. Like, fine. So it's like, it's not here. And then I realized it's like buried in the corner of her car seat.
Because what vehicle do you drive?
Navigator.
Lincoln Navigator?
Yeah.
just a bare bones, just a piece of shit. Lincoln, that what was
my
that
mom bus.
Was it massaging you last night?
Yeah, it was.
Jesus Christ.
And I had the seat warmer on too. But second row has a seat warmer too. You guys just didn't turn it on. Why not?
I was fine. Anyway,
The mom bus.
What I did notice about your shitty Lincoln Navigator was the cup holder and the door did not fit
The girth.
the girth of Mr. Stanley. And so I had to set it in your 2-year-old's car seat.
You did.
Seat.
And then you forgot it.
And I
You
forgot
like
it, which
buried
is
with
fine.
her stuff.
Let's
so
talk
it
a little
took
bit
over.
about the Stanley, because Stanley's really having a moment right now.
They are. Yeti got pushed aside.
Yeah, I never really got into the Yeti thing. I never really was into the drinking water.
And then there's like that one that has like the little guy.
The Hydro Flask.
The Hydro Flask. Yeah. He had a moment. And now it's the Stanley.
And then was there a Neo something?
I don't know.
What do you got there? Moose straw.
This is my my Nalgene bottle.
Next. That's what I was thinking of. Nalgene.
This is another thing. I had my first Nalgene bottle in like 22 years ago.
They didn't have a moment.
No, because they still are in their moment.
You wouldn't own that if they had a moment.
You know what? That's true. I would not, because I
Go against the grain.
totally. And I'm a Nalgene house for the last 22 years. I mean, I was a senior in college.
Where'd you get this? Moose Jaw.
It's a
Detroit.
store.
Let's make sure we get this on the camera.
Moose Jaw is a store. And so that's their like specifically logoed. I just thought it was a cool color. And so I have a collection of probably 30 different.
And you like that because you can
Nalgene
really
balls.
unhinge the jaw and just pour it.
Yeah, you can just basically, just basically bong your water. You just open up your throat and just let it go.
Sometimes I don't know if you know what you're saying.
I mean,
But I think maybe you do. I think in this case, maybe you do.
Maybe, I don't know, but your little Stanley stuff is just so cute. Like, you just sit there and you like sip out of that stupid little straw and you're like,
Listen, I got this for free. I'm not going to go into the details of how. I did not steal it. I will say that.
and you didn't pay for
I
it.
did not pay money
But
for
you
this.
do use it.
A very dear, dear, dear friend gave this to me.
I know. I heard the story. But, I'm just like, okay, so then you left it in my car. And I was like, good Lord. Okay, now I physically have to so what did I do when I saw you? I'm like walking in with this stupid thing in my hand, like completely embarrassed because I was like, what?
What is the inconvenience here?
Of the Stanley?
You just had to bring we were planning on seeing each other the next day.
But they're
It's not like you had
obnoxious.
to drive out of your way to bring it to me.
Oh, do you know what did happen with your stupid Stanley cup that doesn't have like a lid on it? So of course I'm used to my Nalgene bottles that like seal up and I can throw them wherever they want to go.
Did it spill a little bit?
It did actually. Like I put it in my back, had my bag back there, and I was like, oh, I can just set this cup here; it'll be fine. It did not. Like my coat is all wet because that stupid thing tipped over the straw, and I'm like, these are stupid.
Okay, so we know your opinion on them.
I don't get it.
Let's talk a little bit. Well, because you don't like a straw, because you don't like.
I don't
know.
No, I already
You're
need
not-
fillers around my mouth because it's like my pouty, like
Do you get fillers?
thinking face. I don't.
Should we?
I need to.
Both of us
I need
together
to
at the
because I
same
can
time?
see my lines. Like they're my like part of my idiot lines that I just when I like
talk about my friend like that.
cringe. When I cringe, I bugger my lips and I can just tell that I'm just like frowning a little bit when somebody's just doing something stupid.
So you don't like a straw?
No, because it just makes those lines even worse.
Idiot lines.
And I can't chug my water.
I drink more than I drink. I get.
64 ounces. It's so great. Good for you.
I get. There's days I've gotten a gallon with this bad boy.
Really? Mm-hmm. You went through 4 of those?
Yeah. Some days, not every day. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I thought you were flipping me off.
No, I'm pointing at how much water I literally just chugged while you were talking.
I drink
10 seconds. I think I seriously just chugged another like.
Well, that was
10 ounces.
That was performative. I don't think you just do that on a day to day.
I can actually down
I would spill
an
that
entire
on my face.
32 ounces of a water without stopping to like.
Okay, let's talk about the lead in my Stanley Cup though, because allegedly, have you heard this?
No.
Allegedly, okay, right here.
Yeah.
This bad boy down at the bottom.
Yeah. It's got lead in it.
If this little button comes out, you need to contact Stanley immediately. Allegedly. I don't know if that's the right protocol either. I'm trying not to spill on my
Should we Google
Apple.
it?
But if this comes out, then lead is exposed. A high amount of lead, allegedly.
Why is there lead in there?
I don't know.
Is that even like a thing?
Lead is a thing, yeah.
Well, lead is a thing. I know lead is a thing. But like, I don't even understand how that... I mean, in California, that would not be safe. I mean, California had to put labels on
Things are a lot more
absolutely
dangerous.
everything.
Lead, it has been proven that lead is much more dangerous in California than it is here.
For sure.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Respectfully.
The great state of California. Man, because they're worried about plastics. There's all kinds of like warnings. Anything I get that comes in, there's always like extra warnings for California.
I think they have like different, everything causes birth defects in California.
Yeah, they're special.
Cancer in California.
It's high.
But not anywhere else.
Not in Nebraska. We don't have to worry about any of that here.
We're fine here.
But that's our little secret. We don't really actually want anyone to move here.
No, it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. It's so true.
It's not for you.
It was one of the best marketing campaigns
It really
ever.
was actually genius. A lot of people didn't get it, but
I know. Well,
it.
then that means you just don't have a sense of humor and you're not funny, because I thought it was brilliant.
And you're a very funny person.
Not always. You are, though. I mean, you think you are.
I think, therefore, I am. Anyway, this is a bonus episode. I love my Stanley Cup. I do not have the proper straw for it, and
There's a different straw?
There's a Stanley straw. I cannot locate because the person I allegedly obtained.
Is it a knockoff?
No.
Are you sure? How do you know?
It says right there.
That does not matter. China makes really good knockoffs.
Don't you come at me.
Where's
Is
the
your
label?
Nalgene a knockoff? What are you? It's not a knockoff.
Ethically manufactured in China.
Are Stanleys made here?
No, they're ethically made in China.
Yeah, ethically.
Ethically.
Allegedly.
And they're 40 ounces. They're not 32.
No, it's a 40 ounce.
Yeah, I see that.
I need to talk to you about something. I just remembered.
What?
This is a great time to bring this up, actually.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What?
Hold on.
All right. Well, anyway.
Let's take a quick break.
All I'm going to say is that I had to carry that stupid thing in, and
Was it really heavy?
No, but it was just, they're obnoxious.
Okay. Well, I don't
And
really...
people walk around and they carry your stupid Stanley cups
Here's
like
the
you're
thing, is,
something
like-
special. And like, I mean, they're high schoolers that like relate their self-worth to which they have a Stanley.
I don't relate my self-worth.
And I think that's problematic.
Why?
So yes, I will take.
Why do you care?
I don't know. I will take my.
Do you just
old-
want to be one of those people that just like doesn't go with what?
Maybe.
What's
But here's
going
my
on?
question for you: is then when that is no longer cool, will you still use it?
No. Absolutely not.
There's my point.
The lead is used to seal insulation within the layers of the stainless steel, and it forms a seal and keeps it warm, keeps it cold. That lead is very money. So that's why.
Allegedly.
Okay, fine.
I want to talk real quick. My husband found this thing. This is I didn't even realize we were going to get to talk about this.
Theheavycup.com.
Called theheavycup.com. It's a 22-pound mug.
It looks like it's got like a.
That holds 13 ounces of liquid.
That's stupid. Why would you? I mean, you have to refill.
Heavy.
Really? Wow. No, I didn't know that that's what
He was going to order me one for my birthday.
As a joke?
Well, so that I could like bring it to the recording.
Why would they only do 13 ounces of
But the shipping cost was like
the size of them, the same as the
more
mug?
than the cup cost. Do you want to know how much this bad boy costs?
Pre-order. Yeah, I kind of do. Wait, buy three, get one what?
Buy three, get one free heavy shots. You can get a heavy shot glass.
So there's a shot glass. How heavy is the shot glass?
I don't know.
Pre-order
Party
now.
special. 1 pound. A 1 pound shot glass. Listen though, think about this.
I don't understand what the point of this is. Like, so the shot glass was $39.99.
I think you need to let go of the shot glass.
Heavy mug. Okay,
Heavy
back
mug.
to the mug. Back to the heavy mug. 'cause
Heavy
it's
mug is 22 pounds.
Oh my gosh. It's $219.99.
Yes.
Oh, but you can get a lighter one. If that's too heavy for you, you can get either a 17.6 pound one,
The 13 pounds holds
5 ounces.
5.1 ounces.
which is like a shot.
But like, would that
kind
not
of
be
shot.
like, let's say you were like, that's how you were drinking your morning coffee and you were just picking up 22 pounds every time. Like, progress or no?
Probably. I mean, I would guess that would add up over time.
I mean, I struggle with a 20-pound weight in my
In general. More or less holding it up long enough to be able to take a drink and not spill it all over you.
I love this. I think it's hilarious.
So is the shipping really?
The shipping was like, yeah.
Because it's $220 basically.
I think he said it was like $50 or $75. I don't know.
Look at him trying to drink out of it.
He was going to get my husband.
Wait, I want to see this video.
Oh, no.
They can't. Oh my God.
I wish we had it here because that is so funny.
Oh my gosh, the marketing video on the
she had to use
website
two
is
hands.
hilarious. They can't even.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, like Mr. Stanley here. This is a good. What do you think? What do you think? What do you got? 5 pounds?
No.
Look on your face. Full. It's pretty
Full
heavy.
water,
full.
maybe 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably Google it. So, how heavy is a 40-ounce full of water? How much?
We're so good at Googling.
So the cup alone is 1.4 pounds.
Okay.
So then it's probably 2 pounds then. Oh my goodness. The heavy cup. That's hilarious.
I know.
You know what? Maybe they would sponsor us and send us one and we could talk about it.
I would love it.
All right. So the heavycup.com.
It's got like, what's that called?
It's like a gym handle.
Yeah.
That's like on a barbell.
Knurled
Knurled?
handle.
Oh, knurled handle. Yeah. Knurled
Which
handle.
I would
grip.
have to use my weightlifting gloves.
You would not want that to be smooth.
That's what she said.
Nope, you know. So speaking of which, so I don't watch a ton of TV, and so there are like a handful of episodes that I will watch when I just want to like tune out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're all in break, like none of them have new episodes, and so it's just like I sit there and twiddle my thumbs, I work, and then I just go to bed on stuff or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I really needed to have a moment where I wanted to go back and watch just something that I could sit even for 20 minutes and just like tune out on. So I went back and started watching the pilot episode of The Office.
Oh,
it is still as good as it was back then. We watch
The Office.
Rewatch. I
want to rewatch The Office. That's a great show.
It is a great show. But anyways, once you said that's what she said, I'm like, that's why I feel like Michael Scott says a lot is his funny little jokes. So
that's where it came from.
There's no way that's where it came from. It's probably where it got popularized, maybe.
No, that's where it came from.
Are you sure? I feel like that's what she said was around a lot longer than that, because I feel like they just said, okay, when was the pilot?
No, just Google where did that's what she said come from.
Okay, what pilot for The Office was 2005. Where
I was just an infant.
That's what she said originate? Oh, well, it was more recently used by Steve Carell.
Oh, that says something about Chevy Chase. The earliest documented case of the phrase appeared in the 1975 episode of Saturday Night Live.
See?
Chevy Chase.
Which was
stand corrected.
30 years before Michael Scott
before I was even born. Listen, I've been wrong before. I have no issue
with saying that. Well, now we know.
But here's the thing: is like
something.
For you to be like, if I say that's what she said, and then you say like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of like this really obscure show that I saw one time where he said that's what she said. Like, yes, obviously that's like what
right. That's where it started for sure. I was like, it just reminded me of him because I had just watched that show.
Supposed to remind you of him.
Oh, well now we should go find the Saturday Night Live episode of Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is problematic. We can't.
You can't do
Allegedly.
that. No, allegedly. All right, so I mean that's it. We had the Stanley Cup incident.
Yeah, you wanted to come on.
We wanted
here
to
and talk
have
shit about my Stanley
Kaylee
Cup.
talk more about her ADHD, and I just want to mention that Nalgene is a far superior water vehicle, water consumption.
Wow, water delivery vehicle.
Yes, I do have a 48 ouncer that holds 48 ounces.
That's what she said. Anyway, I don't know what this episode was about. We talked about
that was
Stanley.
This was just the bonus, and I just think
bonus episode, and I think we tend to just say whatever.
I think the Stanley Cup craze is stupid.
Okay, well,
any of them are stupid, but you know it's really good marketing. So kudos to them from a business standpoint. Good job.
You're
you're doing the coloring
and Stanley money. You know,
apparently
I'm going to get you a Stanley Cup for your birthday.
I don't want one. I won't use it.
I'm going to
Those
get you one.
straws are stupid.
It's going to have your face on it.
No, thank you.
You'll love it. You'll
don't
love
need
it then.
I'll give it back to you. So, all right, there we go. That's how I feel about that.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Next time, don't leave your cup in my car.
Surprised you didn't throw it away.
I could have.
That was actually my first thought. I was like, of all this shit for me to leave in Sarah's car, it had to be the one thing she's probably going to burn to the ground. So.
I don't see it. It's not in here. I don't know what happened to it.
You said you left it. I don't know where it is.
I don't know. Oh,
Thanks
my
for
goodness.
returning it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was such a hassle.
It was a hassle, but anyways, so thanks for listening to us banter.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to head over to our Instagram at Nacho Fitness Coach and let us know how you feel about the topic. Do you love it or hate it?
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening. And if you like our podcast, leave us a rating. See you next time.
You've been listening to Euphony Innovatives Sonified.